Hello and welcome in. My name's Karen and this is Lost Souls Tarot. I hope you're having a lovely week. If you're one of my returning subscribers, welcome back. Let's see what you've got for you this evening. We're going to start with the Green Witch's Oracle deck. I'm going to take 3 from this deck and see what's... Oh, there's absolutely no way I can do them without my spectacles. Sometimes I can get away without putting my specs on until halfway through, but not today. It is windy. It's wild outside. I'm going to go for a walk after this while it's uploading, and it is very windy here. I think I just heard the bins blowing over outside, so it's dark and brief. Okay, let's see what they got going on here. Altar, gratitude and releasing burdens. Okay, that's interesting. Cup of tea, patience and measurement. Let's see, beginning, middle and end. Let me see what... Oh, well, that one just popped straight out. Leaves, renewal, revival, progress. That's a really nice one to finish on. Let's just put these over here. Right, so we've got altar, gratitude, releasing burdens. Okay. There's some sage drying in this, or herbs, some candles. There's a little altar, a little flame, a mirror. It's almost like a shrine. Funnily enough, it's a bit like an altar. Okay, I think maybe this might resonate with someone who's been practicing gratitude. And practicing gratitude and feeling gratitude are two different things. I used to try and practice gratitude, and I was grateful, but when you're wounded, it's hard to feel that all the time. A cup of tea, patience and reassessment. Okay. That's so strange. It might be that you've realised that practicing gratitude and being grateful are two different things. And don't get me wrong, you can fake it till you make it. And then we've got renewal, revival, progress. So it sounds to me like you're making some progress in that. Which is interesting. Okay, let's take maybe taking a long time. Feel that you've been working on something. It might not just be gratitude. That might just be where you started, and it might have become more than that. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Okay, absolutely. Why do I have the feeling you might have been trying to be grateful for the wrong things? I don't know, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Let's do a quick rundown of the High Priestess deck, and we'll get into some Oracle decks, and then I've lifted out 3 tarot decks tonight. So let's see, we'll do one line from the High Priestess deck. This is the Happy deck, the one that I took this one card for. I've got 10 different sets of homemade cards. The Happy deck is the most recent. The High Priestess is my favourite. That's the letter P, sorry if you can't read that. I know there's a little bit, I've got a light here. I'm maybe not getting a diffuser on it. That's the crown chakra. Oh no, solar plexus chakra, sorry. Solar plexus chakra. Now, solar plexus chakra is to do with, I want to say confidence and creativity. I've not studied my chakras in a little while, so I do have my cheat sheets here. Hang on. I'm pretty sure that's to do with... So you... Oh, no, I thought it was solar plexus there. I was about to say that didn't look right. Where did it go? Last one. Funnily enough. Confidence, yeah. So your solar plexus chakra is to do with your confidence, your self-worth, personal power, and the ability to act decisively, and gives you the courage to take risks. If it's blocked, it can be because of a combination of emotional and psychological factors. So if you've maybe been... So you maybe been trying to practice gratitude, but actually maybe it was something to do with your self-worth and your confidence. And maybe... I get the feeling that maybe there was some things you were trying to be grateful for that you've had to shed and let go. Because not everything that's in our life serves us or is for our highest and greatest good. But let's see. So I've got something to do with confidence here in the letter P. Oops. kind of flipped around. Okay, it's a letter B, so I'm going to take it in the upright. Letter B, PV, private venture, VP, very important person, or vice president. Yeah, we're all the CEOs of our own life. We're all the VPs of our own life. So that one. That's too many. Bad situationship wanting to come out. I don't feel like that's right. In a past life. Okay. I don't think you can see. I don't think that I think I've just tilted the light too wrong. It's just too reflective to show up the green on the card. In a past life. So maybe you've been healing not just trauma, but generational trauma. You know, trauma that's passed down from family to family. Well, this is how my parents treated me. This is how and each generation stops it a little bit, but maybe you've been really properly trying to heal that. And you know, if you've got children or you plan to have children, you know, no, you don't want to pass that on to your children. So we've got no coming out. Now that's when I was talking about children. So maybe it's not to do with that. Maybe it's something else. Maybe you've been in a lot of pain or carrying a lot of wounds. Get a real feeling of somebody wounded here. But I feel that, you know, you've maybe got through the worst of it, or you're feeling renewed and you're making progress in this last card. And maybe you've been doing some cognitive behavioural therapy or something similar where you're changing your head tapes. It's so easy to get into negative thought patterns. But sometimes it's good to stop and wonder who put those thought patterns there. Was it you, or was it somebody from your childhood or somebody you used to know? Crown chakra, I know. Okay. That's so strange that I was talking about thought patterns and the crown chakra comes out. Okay, so if you are having negative thought patterns, or you have had negative thought patterns, quite often it really helps to think who put them there. Is that your voice, or the voice of your mother, your father, a sibling, somebody from your childhood? We've got the Year of the Dragon coming out. I'm a dragon. So we've got 1964, 1976, 88, 2000, 2012, and 2024. So you could be someone born in the Year of the Dragon, or this could be about someone born in the Year of the Dragon, or there's something significant happened in one of those years. Since we've got in a past life coming out, it could be something that happened in a previous generation in the Year of the Dragon. So, you know, First World War, Second World War, famine, plague, that sort of thing. Nope. That one. Okay, so what have we got? Spring. So we're about to enter spring. We're a month away from starting spring, well, actually less than a month away from starting spring. Which is interesting because this last card here was renewal, revival, progress, and spring's very much about renewal. You know, the snowdrops are already up now. So, and then we'll have the daffodils, and then everything will just burst into life. Okay, I forget what this one's called. Is this one called What's the Vibe? Oh, I can't remember. I put the lid the wrong way down on the... So I can't see the name of it. Oh, for goodness sake. I feel like it might not be this deck. I might have to get a different one. It's not this deck. It's not this deck. Okay. Hang on. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let's get a different one. Try the Broken Mirror ones. If you can hear me, let's try the Broken Mirror ones. Okay, it wasn't those ones. They were not working for me. Yep, it's these ones. Okay. This one for October. Okay, we've got unemployed, broke, fired, living beyond their means. Okay. So I don't know if this is you or someone else. If this is you, maybe you had a kind of Five of Pentacles vibe in the past, which was a lack mindset, and you've maybe changed that into a more positive mindset, into an abundance mindset. Double life, liar, deception in another relationship. Okay, this is not you. Or it could be you in the past. You've maybe healed from that. Keep going. No judgment. Soul contract, soulmates, partnership, spiritual union. Okay, so this is taking a kind of, I don't always say the word romantic, but this could be someone. I don't feel like this is present. I feel like this is someone from long ago. Maybe not in a past life, but in your youth, however old you are. And this might be someone who put those head tapes there. And they weren't particularly well off. They were in another relationship, or they lied or deceived you, and you thought this person was your soulmate, or they thought you were their soulmate. That's not how you meet your soulmate. Toxic people, addictions, bad advice, or wrong crowd. This person hung out with the wrong crowd, or maybe you got into the wrong crowd. Again, take that as it resonates. I mean, if they hung out with the wrong crowd, you probably did as well. Distractions, tempting, always waiting, kept you waiting, always busy. This person was treated, had a bit of a player energy about them. I'm going to see if I can squeeze in 7 today. I feel like it wants me to take more. Secretive, yeah, well, not surprisingly. Sneaky, mysterious, hiding information. Well, they would be if they had a double life and were seeing someone else. I'm going to take that. I like to take an odd amount. Love affair, secret, third party, hooking up, STD. Right, this person could have had an STD. Lovely. What is light? Let's move these over. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. There we go. Right, so this person from a long time ago was a bit of an ish. Bit of a ball bag. Right, okay. Just put them there just now. Okay. Do I want to do another line? No, I'm not going to do any more. No, it's not these cards either. Let's just go straight to tarot because I pulled out 3 decks tonight. So let's start with the craft cards. These are just kind of standard traditional tarot cards. Oops, that went straight out. Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands can be about messages. In this one, I get the feeling this was when you were young. This person was young. They were in Page energy. You might have been in Page energy as well. Might have been your first love. You know, when you think you're going to spend the rest of your life with that person. In fact, you know, it ends 3 months later with snot dripping down everybody's faces and with tears. But the Magician. So that's coming out on top of liar, deception in another relationship. So this person was highly manipulative. I'm getting that's the energy. Let's see how the other cards come out. That doesn't necessarily mean Magician can also be about manifesting, but I'm not getting a good vibe about this. Certainly because of Page energy there as well. I mean, it's not in reverse to be fair, but ooh, the Devil. Okay, we've got the Magician and the Devil coming out. Yeah, I take my words back. That is not. Oh, I put them back down the wrong way. That is somebody who is, wants to bind you. Was this person quite possessive? Did this person accuse you of cheating? I get the feeling this person got into your head. I don't know why, ever since I started this is about thought tapes and things in your head, little inner voices that didn't come from you. And I feel like there's been some self-reflection here about where they came from, and they came from this devil energy. And that's coming out on top of soulmates. This person was not your twin flame. They were not your soulmate. And maybe you even believe that now, but they weren't. It was toxic. Truly toxic, because I've got toxic people coming out here as well. Oh. This started off with such a lovely energy over here, which is your energy now. It's got such a light feeling, but it does the cards do like to tell the narrative pre where you are now. I do get the feeling this was when you were quite young. Possibly something that shaped you, shaped your view of relationships, how relationships should be. the Star. So we've got the Magician, the Devil, and the Star. So this is coming out in the middle of the reading. So this is something. This is your energy. So you're either healing from this devil energy, and maybe in the past this person, you know, especially if they were quite sneaky, they had toxic behaviors, they maybe got you into like some emotional kind of push and pull, and you're healing from that. You're also the Star. This isn't about wish fulfillment, I know that much. The Star can also be about wish fulfillment. It's not about that. So the Star is Aquarius energy, the Devil is Capricorn energy. It's lovely that you're the Star, you've got that energy, you're healing. And that was the energy I got from the first three coming out. It was about renewal, revival, progress, and it was about practicing gratitude and just changing the way you think about yourself, the way you talk to yourself, the way you talk to your inner child. It's kind of the real, yeah. What's the feeling I'm getting? Oopsie. That one. I think one flipped over and then we've got that one. Did one flip over? I think, yeah, it did. Okay, so we had Death, Judgment, and the Fool. That's fantastic. So this is something that you ended, and you ended permanently. And I get the feeling that this isn't recent, this was in the past. And maybe you maybe held a candle for this I've got an altar here with little pictures and mirrors and flames, and I think you held a candle for this person for a long time, but I think recently, and maybe not so recently, but maybe you've just been doing some self-reflecting about how you think about yourself, how you think about relationships. Maybe you did always have a little pang for that person you thought was your soulmate, the one you thought got away. Generally, women don't have the one who got away. It's usually men. For women, it's usually the one they escaped from. Sorry, I've lost my plot there. So I have short-term memory issues. I kind of forgot what I was talking about. So Death, which is Scorpio energy. So you put a permanent ending to this. And I think maybe you've been thinking about this ending recently. And you've been looking at it differently because we've got Judgment here. And you've properly... And that's coming out on top of secretive and sneaky. And then the Fool. And that's coming out on top of love affair, secrecy, third party, hooking up, STD. I think this person made you feel like a bit of a fool, but you also had a new beginning. Like, I think maybe you were a little bit humiliated by this person when you found out, or really embarrassed, or, you know, just devastated. But I think you're looking at it very differently now. That's a really... Gosh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana out in a row. The only one that wasn't was the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands just setting the tone. This is something when you were really young, and it was maybe quite fiery and passionate as well. But when you're young, you know, I think you think arguing is... It's not that arguing isn't normal. Everybody has arguments, but I get the feeling it was quite toxic. And we've got toxic addictions, bad advice, wrong crowd, and you're healing from that. That's so nice. So this person might have been a part of a group that you no longer... Oops, take this one as well. Another major arcana, the Moon. Pisces energy. What's hidden? You're looking at this person very, very differently now. I don't know if something came to light or somebody said something in passing. Maybe you heard about this person. It's almost like everything just fell into place. Especially because of the Knight of Pentacles here. So the Knight of Pentacles, which is Earth energy. The Knight of Pentacles is kind of, he's the slowest, it's about strategy and planning and kind of investing. He's very methodical. He plants seeds as he goes, and you know, he he's very slow because he plants the seeds as he goes so that his abundance will be there tomorrow and the seeds that he plants will grow behind him. So he's slow and methodical and steady. So I get the feeling that because this will come out next to the moon, I get the feeling that you really took the time to go within and work on yourself and look at this person differently. And I think you see it differently now. Well, let's see what the cards say. That's the energy I'm getting. There's nothing to say in the cards. That's just the energy I'm getting. Queen of Cups on top of the Devil. So you were the Queen of Cups and this person was the Devil. That's not a good combination. Especially if you're all about, because Queen of Cups is all about her emotions. She's a water sign, so this person got you in your emotions and they got you hooked with your emotions. Which you had victory over because the Six of Wands coming out and the Star. So you healing from this and maybe just putting a fresh perspective on this is an absolute victory for you. So lovely that we've got the Star right in the middle of the reading here. I'm going to take a wee drink of water. Okay. So there was a permanent ending. Judgment, and you felt like a bit of a fool, but you had a new beginning. So, 8 of Wands. On top of Death. So is that you ended all communication with this person as well? I mean, if it was a long time ago, you probably have ended all communication. Unless this is recent communication. Also, we're going from the 6 to the 8 of the Wands, which is an increase in fire. An increase in, I mean, fire is about passion, it's about creativity, it's about that spark. But it's coming on top of Death. Yeah, getting the feeling that you don't communicate with this person anymore. I'm going to take both. Got the 2 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. A lack of clarity and chaos. Unable to make a decision. Chaos. Okay, this is interesting. So what's kind of strange is we had the 6 major, well actually with 7 major arcana come out in a row here. But this is really, and it sounded so easy when the cards came out. It was like you were healing, you healed because you ended it, you rained down judgment on it and you had a new beginning. But in reality, you had to block communication. It was incredibly difficult for you to see clearly at the time, see this person clearly, to make a decision whether to stay or go, whether to leave, to rain judgment down on it. And this new beginning was quite chaotic. There was maybe quite a lot of fighting with this person at the time. I mean, it depends if this happened. I mean, I'm assuming the new beginning happened after you blocked communication or you stopped talking to this person. But there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of conflict. But this is all inner turmoil as well. I'm getting real inner turmoil from that. It was really hard for you to take this step, this leap of faith, this new beginning. Okay, let's take the... This is the Daydream Tarot deck. That's too many. Oh, that's way too many. It's maybe not this deck. Hang on, it might be the other one. Oh no, they're shuffling better now. So tell me about this moon energy, this Pisces energy. The Star again coming out. So we've got the Star a second time. And the Magician again. Got the Magician, Knight of Pentacles, the Magician. So we've got double Aquarius energy. Double Aquarius energy. So we've got the Moon and the Star and the Magician. So this is just kind of confirming that when you took this leap of faith and this new beginning, you really properly started to heal. But I think you also started to, because it's on top of the moon, it tells me that you saw what was hidden, that maybe you saw that you didn't listen to your intuition in the past. You you maybe ignored your intuition. Strong manifestation energy here. This magician has a different energy to this one. This one has like a manipulative energy, and he came out next to the devil. Even when he came out, he had a manipulative energy. He doesn't always have that energy, but it was almost like I knew the devil was going to come out. So it was like this devil energy was incredibly manipulative. If you're very young, you don't always know about boundaries. This magician has a very different energy. This gives me a manifestation. This is you. Especially with double star, double healing. Wow. There's really strong healing. It's almost like you healed from it at the time. And then, as I said, like, I've got a real self-reflective energy here. Like, it's something that maybe you heard about this person and it made you think about them. And you did some more recent healing. Like, I think you maybe just properly let this person go. So the Queen of Swords and the Three of Swords coming out. So the Queen of Swords coming out on top of the Queen of Cups, which is on top of the Devil, which is a really good energy. You had to use your discernment. You used your sword of truth. And then I've got the Three of Swords here, which is typically about half a heartbreak. It can just be grief, it can be sorrow, it can be loss. That's coming on top of the Victory. That's weird. It's a strange combination of energies. I'm going to need another couple of cards to make sense of that. Because Victory and heartbreak, it's maybe just overcoming heartbreak, to be fair. It's coming out on top of the Six of Wands. Do you know, I feel like because I've got Altar coming out here and it was the very first card, I do feel like you might have held a little secret candle for this person. And I think you've just, because we've got the Victory and the heartbreak, I think you've finally overcome it because you've got out of your emotions. Because this has got the Queen of Cups here and she's sitting on top of the Devil, and the Queen of Swords. You've got out of your emotions and into your head, into your crown chakra. And you see this person really clearly now. And that helped you just heal that last little. I really feel that this person, because you were quite young, I think, whoever this reading's for, this person really got into your head. Really got into your head, and it took you a long time to realise they were not the one for you. And we've got Justice. Which we've got Death, the Eight of Wands, and Justice. You losing contact with this person, blocking contact, however you read that, whatever it is, this Death to the Eight of Wands. Quite a bit of a fireball energy from the Eight of Wands. It feels quite fiery. It's absolute justice. You ending this is justice. You ending any kind of thought patterns about this person, any memories, and you see the past really clearly. King of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got earth energy coming out here. He is just kind of having a wee nap. He doesn't actually, well, he's pentacles on his crown. He's just kind of chilling, having a wee nap. King of Pentacles is, again, like the Knight of Pentacles, really stable, really abundant. I was just checking, I pressed record. I was having such a good reading. Really stable, really abundant, really reliable. Not quite as methodical as the Knight of Pentacles, but pretty, you know, good with his money. And a leader. So he looks like quite a mature gentleman as well. So this might have happened a really long time ago, but it might have shaped, I get the feeling it shaped your view of relationships. Knight of Swords. A lot of swords in this line here. He's got his armour on as well. So normally the Knight of Swords is on a horse and he's normally the fastest moving knight in the deck. This guy's just standing with a sword that's as big as him. Bit of a Robert the Bruce kind of sword. There's a lot of, because with the two swords here, with this recent healing, you've really just had a lot of clarity, cleared out, because we've got this leaves here, renewal, revival, progress. You've made a lot of progress. You've cleared out, it's like, I just feel like dust has been cleared. Wow. get the feeling you're seeing a lot of truth about this chaos you felt when you you walked away from this person as well, this inner conflict, and realizing that I get the feeling that it had been caused by this person and this person's devil energy, like they hooked you in, they got you in your emotions, and you felt like you couldn't leave them. And the younger that you are with, you know, and if you don't have a lot of experience of relationships, really, it can be absolutely devastating. So good on you if you called end on this, or whatever, for whatever reason. I mean, if you found out they were cheating, it probably made it a lot easier, but that doesn't make it any less devastating. Okay, this is the Wild Reflections Tarot deck. It's too many. Hang on, I'm just going to take another little drink. Okay, tell me about double star. Double star. Tell me about this second wave of healing. That one. 10 of Pentacles. We've got one on the floor. I'm going to take this one as well. Knight of Pentacles again. Oh, it's... Oh, ow. Oh. Ah. I'm so sorry. Ah. I'm so sorry. Oh, you're not going to believe this. I'm on HRT because I'm almost 50. And just as I leaned forward, my hormone pack, it kind of must have stuck to my jeans, or rolled back and stuck to my jeans, and it just kind of pulled all my hair and my skin. I put those two back, but it's really painful. Apologies about that. I've got the 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Now, what's really interesting about this one is this Knight of Pentacles isn't like this one on a horse. He's got a map. He's got an absolute plan. He's got a strategy. He's strategic thinking. So your healing and this second wave of healing is bringing about an abundance. And what's nice in this one, and I like this with some of the 10 of Pentacles cards, is there's a really happy family in this. There's a dog, an older gentleman, a man and a woman, and then 2 kids, and they all just look like they're having an absolute fabulous time. Now, abundance, some people take the 10 of Pentacles as like, you know, generational wealth, family wealth. I kind of just see it as an abundance of whatever you want in your life, whether it's love, happiness, you know. The poorest of people can be happy with joy, you know, joy. It's whatever you value in your life, you know, and you've got a plan and a strategy to get you there. I've got the feeling you might not be there yet, but I think, you know, this second wave of healing is going to help you reach that. Funnily enough, there's a pentacle on that map, and that map's going to that pentacle. Wow. Nine of Cups. I'm going to take that in the upright. That's fabulous energy. That is coming out on top. So with the Devil energy, then with the Queen of Cups, this person got you in your emotions, but you see them clearly with the Queen of Swords, and you are now in your Nine of Cups, which is independent happiness and fulfillment and joy. And this is fantastic energy. Absolutely fantastic energy. I mean, look at her. She's wearing like an absolute glittery, magnificent, mermaidy type outfit. That one. 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so you're balanced. Whatever you've got in your life, you're able to make good choices. You're able to find balance. Oops, let's take that one. Oh gosh, I've got Justice coming out on top of Justice. Oh, that's Libra energy. I forgot to say that when the first one came out, but I've got Libra again. Justice on top of Justice. So not only is it justice that you overcame this heartbreak or whatever kind of candle you'd been holding for this person, this little altar in your mind probably. I'm not saying you had an actual altar, but you maybe had a little space somewhere where you kept a part of this person. Is double justice that you're going to get your 10 of Pentacles. You've got a plan and strategy to get there. You might not be there yet. You're in your 9 of Cups and you're completely balanced in your life. That is just like the ultimate, I don't want to say revenge, but that's just the best way you can get over someone is just get on with your life and be as happy as you can and heal. And we've got healing and healing there. It's just wonderful. Well, this is a really nice reading. 4 of Swords. Awesome. Now, the funny thing was, is when the King of Pentacles that he's coming out on top of came out, he was kind of sleeping, he was napping, he looked really restful, really peaceful. And then the Four of Swords is very much about going within and resting and reflecting. It can be after a harrowing time, or, it's, something has made you want to go into the Four of Swords and led up to that. But it's about peace, rest, and reflection. This guy's just sitting on a boat, chilling. I mean, to be fair, he's got a bow and arrow, but he's looking fairly relaxed there in that boat. So it feels almost like you're just going with the flow, and you're like, and the brilliant thing is like, with the Two of Pentacles, which is about balance, and she's holding those two glowing buckets, and she's perfectly balanced as well. It's almost like Temperance energy. I know it's not, but I'm getting a real kind of just really balanced vibe from the cards, especially because look at the Four of Swords here, and this King of Pentacles looks super chill, and you are definitely the King of Pentacles. The only energy of the other person here is this Page energy, and it might also be yours, to be fair, which came out in the first tarot card, and then the Devil energy. I mean, if this isn't resonating with you, this could also just be toxic addictions. It doesn't need to be a specific person, but it did come out on top of soulmate. So I think, I was going to say for the majority of you, I mean, I'm aware that, my viewership is small. It's a new channel, but for the majority of people, it's about a person. But for some people, it might just be toxic behaviors, addictions, even toxic people. Healing from that. Getting some distance, taking a leap of faith, and healing some more. Because healing doesn't all happen at once sometimes. It certainly didn't for me. It took 30 years for me. Page of Wands again. So with the Page of Wands at the beginning, Page of Wands at this end of this line. Wow. So you feel like yourself again? Because you were Page energy when you met this person, okay? And then we kind of got renewal, revival, and progress. You've done so much healing that you feel like you again. You feel like the person you were before you met this Devil energy. Before this Devil energy, whatever that is for you, this manipulative Devil energy got its grips on you. And you feel like yourself again. And so if you're still somewhere in this, you will feel like yourself again, which is this Page of Wands. And it doesn't mean that you're not the King of Pentacles and mature and wise and reliable, but you've also got this youthful, fiery spirit about you as well. It's really nice. I don't usually get that vibe from the Page of Wands, but I am today. Do I want this deck or do I want the other one again? No, I don't. It's not this deck. It's this one again. Oh, the Hermit looks very much like Gandalf. Okay, tell me about this fabulous Ten of Pentacles. Do one more line and then we'll call it quits there. I'm very aware that my readings do go on quite some bit because I love to chat. Yeah, this is why I tend to do trying to do short readings, because I've just got the Ten of Pentacles coming out and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, that is generational wealth. Whatever you're doing, you finding yourself again, you finding who you are, you letting go of this little altar in your mind to this person, you healing, and you just almost being reborn as who you were before this person, just leads to the Ten of Pentacles, an utter abundance, whatever that is for you. Whatever you value and hold most dear, Wow, I'm actually getting really excited. I've got really excited energy. It's lovely. So excited for you. Ten of Swords, interesting. But what's interesting about this Ten of Swords is normally the Ten of Swords is about ultimate betrayal, okay? The person's on the ground, they're not getting up, they've been stabbed in the back, they've got 10 swords in the back. The Ten of Swords, there's 4 on either side of that kid in the ground, like a pathway or like a fence, and he's holding a sword in each hand, which is the Two of Swords. But he's got a clear view in front of him, and it's almost like there's a jetty and there's water ahead of him. I'm not getting a betrayal vibe from this card at all. It's more like looking to the future. Like you've pulled out every single one of those. It's like, I had this visual the other day because I had this visual the other day of somebody walking around with 3 swords permanently in the heart. Like walking around with your wounds, okay? It's like walking around with 3 permanent swords in your heart and then 10 in your back. And your healing is like pulling each of those daggers out, letting it bleed, letting it heal, pull another one out. And you might be brave and pull them all out at the same time, but that is some serious grief all at once. And this just feels that this person's pulled every single one of those swords out and they're looking to the future and they're looking beyond those swords. So yes, you had an ultimate betrayal in the past. This person, whatever they did was horrible. And I get the feeling it was like with another person. There was STDs, it was a toxic relationship, they had a double life. But you're just looking to the future. Ooh, Bull in reverse on top of the 9 of Cups. That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to take another card. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm going to take this one. 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior. Hang on. Queen of Pentacles want to come out. Had the 2 swords showing their face as well. I don't want to put that back. 9 of Wands, traditionally the Wounded Warrior. It can be about defending yourself, fighting to the end. Wounded Warrior is someone who just keeps going and keeps going. Wounded Warrior is someone who's pulled those 10 swords out of their back. The Wounded Warrior, funnily enough, because they're coming out because with the heartbreak, the 2 of heartbreak, 3 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, and then the 9 of Wands. You're just going to keep going. Whatever this person did to you, you got up and you pulled every single sword out your back. And yeah, you might be the Wounded Warrior, but you're an absolute fighter, which is really amazing. And this is victory. So this is, you know, whatever was toxic in the past, you healed from it, you had victory. Yeah, you had heartbreak, but it was justice that you recovered from it. You're in balance, and yeah, you might be the Wounded Warrior, but you are healed. Or mostly healed. Tell me about double justice. Oh yeah, that makes sense. This deck is silly. I've just noticed this deck really confused me because Justice is the 11th card, but it's got Roman numerals for the early ones. So it looks like a 2. And I'm like, how can one be the second one, but it's 11? It's not consistent with this numbering. Oh, the 2 of Wands flipped upside down. Okay, that's interesting. So we've got double justice and then the 2 of Wands in reverse. A couple of reverse cards coming out. A little bit of a stuck energy here. Unable to make a decision, unable to move, take a leap of faith. Because this kid is he's staring to the horizon. He's not moving. Why? We stuck in a kind of a little bit defensive for a while. Even though you had all this healing and growth. I mean, if you weren't ready, you weren't ready. Maybe you just weren't sure what to do. Because once you heal, you're like, oh, the pain's gone. What do I do now? Oh yeah, live my life. Knight of Wands. Someone passionate coming in. Use protection. Queen of Pentacles, she wanted to come out before. So we've got the King of Pentacles here. Doesn't matter what gender you are. We've now got the Queen of Pentacles out coming here. And okay, so that makes sense now. So you're in a position where, gosh, you're so abundant, or, you know, you're moving towards a lot of abundance, whatever you do. You've moved all the swords out of the way. You can look into the future, but you're a little bit stuck, not taking that leap of faith because you're the Wounded Warrior and you're unable to make a decision. It's because there's somebody new coming in, somebody passionate, somebody who's a Queen of Pentacles and you're a King of Pentacles. You take the genders as they are. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't need to be someone who is female, can be someone who's male. Take that as it resonates. Knight of Wands is somebody fiery, somebody passionate, bit of a, and the reverse is a bit of a player energy. In this one, I'm getting the feeling he's just someone who's ignited a bit of a passionate spark. Okay, well that's quite nice. That's a nice wee way to just end the reading. So Is there anything else you want to tell me about this Knight of Wands and Queen of Pentacles? So we want to use this deck. No, let's not use the tarot. Let's use the Kipper cards. Just up here. All right. Tell me about this fiery Queen of Pentacles. Interesting combination. Message. Could be someone you're communicating with. Oh, it's not a bit of fiery messages there. Great fortune in reverse. Interesting. Unless you're not communicating about great fortune. I mean, if you are really abundant, keep, because we've got double 10 of Pentacles here. Kind of don't tell people about that. Message of concern in the reverse. You're not concerned. Okay, so I'm getting the feeling that, okay. I mean, if you're the King of Pentacles and this person is Queen of Pentacles, I think you're probably an equal, you're kind of equally yoked. So you're messaging somebody, you're not concerned and you're not really I just get the feeling that you're both of you are being quite coy about your money because you both realize that you could be the targets of scammers. You know, that's kind of, I'm going to take a few more because that was kind of an interesting thing. What to tell me? Marriage in reverse. Okay, so you're not married to this person, or you're not thinking about marriage. I think you've just met this person, to be honest, because they literally, their energy came out at the very end of the reading. Or maybe you're not interested in getting married, or you think you're not interested in getting married, or you don't see this person somebody get married. Okay, courthouse and bad health in reverse. Okay, this just opened up more questions than actually answered, but is this a prenup? And I've got bad health. So your finances aren't in bad health, but you're not talking about money. You're not concerned about money. You're not concerned about marriage. But I've got courthouse. Unless this is a divorce. Oh, it might. Oh, okay. So this person might be someone who's been through a divorce. They're maybe a little bit burned. They're not in bad health. Their money's maybe just a bit tied up just now, but they're not concerned about that. And they're maybe just not long divorced. So maybe, like yourself, yous are both a little bit hesitant. Yous are both a little bit wounded warrior. I'm not sure. I mean, I get the feeling that this person in your past was a long time ago, and I get the feeling that you've had relationships since then. But maybe this person's a little different. And maybe you're worried because they've just recently divorced, and maybe you're worried they've not had enough time being single, or enough time to kind of recalibrate themselves, or maybe you're worried that you're just a rebound, which is what that makes sense now because you've pulled the 10 swords out your back. You don't want another 10 swords in your back, which is why you're a little hesitant here. So, okay, I'm going to leave that there. If this resonates, thank you for, well, I'm glad. Thank you for listening. I hope you're having a lovely February, and I'll see you all again soon. Okay, bye-bye.